When managing child protection cases in emergencies, it's essential to have a safe and confidential system for collecting, storing, and sharing information. Effectively managing information within case management helps us to build accountability and strengthen our support for children and their families, helping them heal and recover. Case management actors need to ensure that all their staff understand and comply with the principles of information management. These include following the best practices for documentation, which is the collecting and storing of children's information, record keeping, a professional and ethical responsibility, database access and use, and sharing of information with others. Information management within case management covers 4 key areas: case management forms for documenting individual cases, case management database, data protection impact assessment, information sharing and data protection protocols. Case management forms. The Case Management Task Force has developed standard child protection case management forms in humanitarian settings. These forms guide caseworkers through each step of the case management process, while also highlighting emerging trends in the data collected. There are 9 core forms, covering the main steps in the case management process, which should be used in every context and for every case. They include the Consent and Assent form, Case Registration and Initial Assessment form, Assessment form, Case Plan, Referral form, Services Provided form, Follow-up form, Review form, Case Closure form. In addition, there are 16 supplementary forms, providing additional and advanced tools, which can be used depending on the needs of the case and context. The way we keep children's information should be in line with ethics, law, and confidentiality principles. At minimum, there should be a separate case file for each child with key information presented in a standard, structured way. A code that does not identify the child allocated to each case file and marked on the front cover. Documentation for each action that is taken. And a separate section in each file marked strictly confidential to store sensitive information. Files should be kept in a secure location with restricted access, such as a locked filing cabinet. A separate filing system should be kept for highly sensitive files with instructions on how to destroy them in the event of an evacuation. Case Management Database. In order to track case data, it's important for child protection agencies to maintain a confidential database such as CPIMS Plus or Progress version 4. All case management databases should reflect the case management process, enable timeframes for individual cases to be set and tracked, be harmonized, using standard forms to enable common statistics to be generated and facilitate inter-agency referrals, support caseload management through caseload review and allocation of cases to individual caseworkers. Data Protection Impact Assessment. Collecting and processing personal data can increase risks for individuals, groups, and organizations. A Data Protection Impact Assessment, or DPIA, guides child protection actors through the process of identifying and minimizing data protection risks, which can occur when using interagency information management systems. A DPIA is a consultative interagency process which builds recommendations around avoiding, minimizing, or mitigating risks associated with collecting, storing, analyzing, and sharing personal data. Data protection and information sharing protocols. When it comes to collecting, storing, and sharing information about children, data protection and information sharing protocols provide clear guidelines about what child protection actors can and can't do. A data protection protocol describes the rules and regulations that need to be followed when gathering, processing, storing, and retrieving data related to children and their families. An information sharing protocol is critical when sharing a child's personal information across agencies to ensure confidentiality. While information sharing is a key part of interagency coordination and collaboration, the potential benefits and risks of doing so must be carefully considered. Information sharing should be guided by the best interests of the child, following the principles of do no harm and confidentiality, and should only be shared on a need-to-know basis. Managing information related to children's cases is a key element of case management that supports caseworkers' accountability and quality service delivery to children and their families.